If you manage more than one channel, this video will save you hours, perhaps even days of frustration. First thing you need to know is that you do not have to have a YouTube channel of your own in order to produce a channel for somebody else as the manager of that channel. In this particular case, I set up the channel and I'm giving it to a different producer to continue on from here without me. That person does not need to have his own YouTube channel on the side in order to make this work. Now, you will find videos out there that say that if you have more than one channel, it's useful because then you can manipulate another channel in terms of likes and comments and that sort of thing to make it look like the other channel is really popular. I think YouTube is catching on to that. At any rate, it's more trouble than it's worth, and you'll see why in this video. So if all you're doing is managing one channel, you can just skip this video or watch it once just so that you know it. But if you have, for some reason, more than one channel, you're going to want to watch this video for sure. I have a hobby of the trick-taking mind sport partnership game Contract Bridge. About half the time, you and partner are defending against the enemy contract. Obviously, the other half of the time, your side is on offense. When you're on offense, only one person actually plays the cards. The other person puts his cards down on the table as dummy, and the card player, the person on offense, actually has to play his own cards and the dummies. And it makes a huge difference which hand you're in. Are you in dummy or are you in your own hand? Because that's where the lead has to come from. And there's a whole lot of things that go into the transportation back and forth between the hands. I'm bringing that up because it's very similar if you're managing more than one channel in YouTube. You have to know which channel you're on. Let's look at an example. What you're looking at now is my channel homepage for my Contract Bridge channel. I curate this channel, which consists of a whole bunch of playlists that are ordered by type and by skill level to help people understand how to play the game and to enjoy it more. It also helps teachers have some place to send their students to that makes some sense and doesn't give them bad information. Well, I want to do the same thing with Mark Browning and with playlists that we create for him. And we're going to look in the very upper right-hand corner. You see where it says create, and then there's a little announcement bell. And to the very right of that is the icon for this channel. And you'll notice that it matches the channel picture that I have. So that's my channel icon. That can be an actual photo, or that can be some sort of caricature or just something made up. It can be anything. But it generally will match this. So now, let's say I decide that I want to put something on Mark's channel. For example, tonight, I expect to get a new sermon from him. So in order to have it up tomorrow, I need to put it up on his channel. I need to edit it and all that kind of thing. Well, we'll forget about the editing for now and just figure that I've already done that and I'm ready to put it up. So how am I going to do that? Well, the first thing that has to happen is that I have to click on this icon, and you'll see it brings up a menu. On that menu, it says that I am in the dummy for this particular exercise, and I need to be in my hand. So I have to go from directory of contract bridge videos over to Mark's channel. So I have to come down here to the switch account toggle and toggle it. And now you notice that it lists all of the channels that I have, and I have two, one for bridge and one for Bible. And the Bible is, of course, Mark Browning. So I click on that. Notice the check mark. Whoops, I better double click on it. Why did you not do that? Okay. I have to do something else here in the privacy thing. All right. They just make life difficult. Okay, so now I'm supposed to be on Mark's channel, but I'm still on mine. Wonder what happened. Well, let's click on that icon again. And now notice that I still have one more step. Yes, I'm on at Mark Browning 1, but I also have to make it hot. And there you go. Now I'm on Mark Browning 1, and I can go ahead and create from here. If I were to punch that create button and hit upload video, up would pop my box that says, okay, tell me which video you want to upload and we'll go ahead and get her started. Well, in this case, I don't want to do that, so I'll just click it back off. But now it lists all of the videos that I have, that I've made. And it also, I can click on shorts and it tells me all the shorts that we've uploaded. And, I can do all those neat things. Let me get back here. The videos. What am I doing? Oh, I see. I've covered this up. Come on. Come on. There you are. There's my little arrow. Okay. Now I get back here. Okay. And I'm all the way back now. See, I went too far. I've got to go back up here. Click on Mark Browning again. And there we go. Now, if I want to fool around with one of the videos that I've already created, I've got some switches up here. Community is tied to posts. I'm not going to mess around with that right now, but I can tell you that I have done some of these. Just to show you, you can talk about things that you want your subscribers and other people who click on your channel, you want to draw their attention specifically to. And you can also put in some other things like who else you'd like to have see this and that sort of thing, kind of an announcement page. And we'll go back. And again, I went back and now I'm here again. So I got to go back over to the dummy. Not that Mark's the dummy, but dummy simply means it's silent. The person that's sitting over there just does what you tell them to do or goes for coffee or whatever. All right, so let's go to manage videos just so long as we're here. You can see this. It pulls up that same list, but now I have this lovely little pencil here. And if I click on that, it gives me the kind of stuff that I would see as I was uploading it. And I can change things. The one thing you're going to want to possibly, after you upload, clean up your video a little bit. You might want to add a promotional link. You might want to add some chapters. You might want to mess around with your description or your title. And especially you might want to change the thumbnail that you have, which is what draws attention to your page as people are scrolling past or doing whatever they're going to do and looking for something to view that might make some sense to them. And, the better your thumbnail, the more time and attention you put into it, especially in long form videos, the more chance you have of grabbing a new viewer and potentially a new subscriber. And it's always good to have those. So I'm going to click that off. I'm learning, remembering. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this, because it's real easy to forget, especially when you're 75 years old. Um, so there's one other thing, customized channel. I'll just show you this real quick. This is where you can change that home page that you were looking at. You can change that photo. You can add some other things that I won't go into that I've tried and didn't like. You may try something else. Put your description of the channel in there. I wrote that myself. Some people like to have artificial intelligence write it for them and then edit it. However you want to do it. Now, if you want to go through and see how I did all of the playlists, we're going to have a separate video on that. But you have to go from the profile tab to the home tab. And this lets you edit all those things and add extra channels from other people. Let me show you that real quick. Well, they're already here. Um, all of our playlists are on the multiple playlists, our church playlists, and there's 8 of them right now. But I added a few more playlists from other people. This is Andrew Womack's Through the Bible playlist, which is worthwhile watching. And I added a couple of playlists that I made on my other channel in my stuff. The section that I just used for myself, I put my music and other things down there below all the bridge stuff. And this one is on healing, and another one is on praying in the spirit, praying in tongues, all that kind of stuff, which is confusing to other people. So I made a whole playlist just on that. Must admit that still eludes me mostly. I have done it once, but I really haven't put enough time into it. I need to do that as well. Well, anyway, enough about me. Let's get off of that, go back to our homepage. And that just generally gives you an idea. Now you have to be here in order to make those changes. Watch what happens if I click back on that icon and go to switch account. Well, let's switch accounts. Go back to the directory of contract bridge videos. Okay, look at that. It says I'm still Mark Browning. Uh-oh, but my icon says I'm bridge. Whoop, got to view the channel correctly. So I have to switch that back. Now, let's say that I want to change something on Mark's channel. Whoop, I'm in my hand. I got to get over to Demi. So click back on the icon. And now I've got to go back over and switch accounts again. Yes. Why does it keep making me look at this? I understand privacy. Leave me alone. And I'm still here in my hand. I got to get the dummy. Oh, okay. Now I'm in Mark's hand, or dummy, as in this case. So now I can go and work on Mark's videos again and do whatever I need to do. So you just have to make sure, and it's especially important when you'd want to do things like changing your title or your description or your thumbnail. You just have to be in the right hand. And now if Mark were doing this, he would say that I'm dummy, and he'd have to come over to me to get to Mark Browning, because he was on his other channel, which might be Mark and Teresa Love to Walk or Love to Pray in Tongues or whatever. You know, a completely different channel talking about something else that's specific to them. And maybe when they're there, they're on their channel in their hand. And when they go over to the Mark Browning channel, they have to go to dummy, or vice versa. The whole point is you have to know which channel you're on, and you have to be there in order to make the right moves to do anything to affect the channel itself. Now, this seems pretty intuitive when you're doing it on a PC like I am, but we're going to talk in a minute about doing it while you're on the phone. And that's a whole different ballgame. And it's really important because while you can go back and edit your thumbnails while you're in a PC with no problem at all, for some reason YouTube won't let you do that in a thumbnail, or sorry, in a short. It only works for long form videos. So you must go back and learn how to, we're going to learn how to do that with phones. We'll save that for the very next video, which is coming up right now.